More music.
Oh my God.
Here goes.
Blazing across the airwaves right now. Get ready.
Now this is Freddie McGregor, and you're tuned into the baddest rhythm of all time.
Grant's Rock Warehouse is trying to change the world one track at a time.
Are we on the air?
Yes, you are. More music. More of the time.
Grant's Rock Warehouse.
Don't understand what's going on here.
Welcome to Grant's Rock Warehouse, and welcome to another episode of Crime of the Century, classic rock and true crime. Tonight, we're looking at the connection between Spandau Ballet and the Kray Twins. Angie Moon is back. We want to hear from you in the chat. Let's keep this interactive. All right, everybody. Angie Moon, here we go.
We serve solos with a side of swagger. Extra loud on request. Grant's Rock Warehouse.
Throw it up there. We'll say this, Angie Moon, that is probably my favorite track of the whole evening. We're starting it out with a bang. That's the way I like it.
And it's an aptly titled song for this podcast because we're cutting a long story short here with the podcast version of Crime of the Century, Classic Rock and True Crime. I fear that your English teacher is right, that the book is always more complete and tells more of the story. But I know this much is true crime. Anyway, I'm here in period accurate clothing. This is a blouse that's really from the 80s, and it's from my vintage clothing collection.
There you go. All right, there she is, ladies and gentlemen.
in new romantic attire here, and that was kind of a revival of 60s dandyism, if you will. If you know the Adam and the Ants song, I'm Dandy Highwayman, Stand and Deliver. So anyway, this is the story. This chapter is about the Kinks, the Kemps, and the Krays, brought to you by the letter K. But we're going to be focusing on the Kemps and the Krays. So the Spandau Ballet were made up of two brothers, Martin and Gary Kemp, and a bunch of other guys. So we had Steve Norman, Andy, what was it? Andy, oh God, Andy Hadley? Oh God.
Hang on, maybe I can pronounce.
Yeah, there we go.
Tony Hadley,
Steve Norman, and John Keeble. There we go.
Yeah.
And they were formed because of the Sex Pistols. A lot of bands formed because of the Sex Pistols. They definitely inspired a lot of people. So in a way, kind of is like the Velvet Underground low key. But anyway, they also had a lot of classic rock influences such as the Rolling Stones, Beatles, Kinks, and Animals. And they played sped up covers of their songs in the early days. Power pop, glam rock, progressive rock. Those were other influences on the band. Now they changed their name from the Gentry to Spandau Ballet because their original name sounded too old-fashioned, like 60s hair models. And they have kind of a new wave synth pop sound. So this is very different from my usual material at the Rock Warehouse. And there's a bit of blue-eyed soul there, and you can really hear it in Tony Hadley's voice. And the New Romantics were like a second British invasion, but I don't think Spandau Ballet were huge in the US besides Gold and True. Those are probably the only ones that Americans will know. But there's a lot of other good stuff. And I think my favorite is chat number 1. I don't need this pressure on. That's a really good one. So let's go on to the next song, and that is Mandolin.
Yeah, this track, a little bit more atmospheric, kind of a mid-tempo track, a little bit more haunting. Tony Hadley's vocals are very dramatic, very theatrical. I would say this, Angie, when we listen to this, it's a little bit more Bowie-esque, maybe a little bit more over the top. But this is a deeper cut on this record, Journeys to Glory. Some think that maybe when I was reading about this track, a lot of people said maybe it's aged the most, but I don't know. Let's play it. The synth work on here, I think, is fantastic. It's just got this certain mood. Let's just play it. We do want to hear from you in the chat. What's your thoughts on it? A lot of this stuff here in the States, most people are probably just going to know the True album, the song Gold, the song True. But this earlier Spandau Ballet, a lot of people probably don't know so much or too much about it. All right, here we go. Mandolin. What do you think? Here we go. There you go. This is in that Duran Duran kind of thing. Reminds me of that.
Is that what you're
Yes, Carrie, yes!
Incessant sound, stirs the young and pure. Incestuous, I kiss my hand, play the guarding drum. Lover cried into the silk many years ago. Your voice laid comfort down
I'm Smokey. Yeah, this seems very, you could put this in that whole, well, this is new romantic, but the first Duran Duran album and this, very similar. At least I think so.
That's why I think people got to go and listen beyond like the hits, because that's where you find some real gems.
Yeah, because this is this is quite a bit different than like the True album. We'll get to there. We got a lot of songs to play tonight, so I'm trying to.
Yeah, I really love the aesthetic of this album cover. I love that kind of Soviet sort of look, and especially because Spandau, it's just something from Berlin, and I remember going to Berlin, and it's just really cool. Like I think it's a really neat city, lots of history there. Fascinated with like the whole divide between West and East. Really interesting. And I remember seeing some like Russian vinyl records at a market there. That was pretty cool.
Ashley's asking when we can see the merch. Well, the link is down below. There's always been there. I don't always push it, but there's always been merch. Or are you speaking specifically to something. I still have a brown leathers. I have a brown leather members only jacket. Oh God, really? Is that really? I remember those. A lot of the people had those jackets. Michael says, I like most of the new romantics. I like this whole period. You put a little Adamant in here and this. I can guarantee you on the new wave listening party, this will make an appearance.
I mean, I've been on an 80s kick recently, and it's a great decade for music. Like, I don't know why younger me was just like, no, I'm not listening to that. I'm like, no, it's incredible. Like, a lot of great stuff. Oh,
Patreon merch. Well, we're only in June. Look for that in August. Ashley's all about merch. Movement was, August is your month. Oh, Steve Strain, Visage. Yeah, that stuff's fantastic too. Kathy still has her Michael Jackson bad-looking jacket and my purple Prince-looking jacket.
I approve of the Prince one, especially because purple's my favorite color.
Yeah, 100%. All right, let's see. What do we have next, Angie? Where are we
We've got Glow. That's the next one, and I think that's the last from this album.
You want to say anything about it, or should we just play it?
It's another great song from this period. So let's go.
We're just going to keep moving. If we can get through all the tracks that we've got, that Angie has picked, it'll be a miracle. But we'll give it a try. Oh, Glow, kids. Spandau Ballet from Journeys to Glory, 1981. Here we go. Well, maybe I can see it. I don't know.
Out is the winter pale, gold rising June in the blue of my eye. I still sleep with my eyes closed. This is my family. Send by the soul we can't soon realize. I still sleep with my eyes. I still sleep with my eyes. Feel like a lover.
You definitely hear that.
I hit 100%.
That's a song I would listen to a lot.
What does that mean, Ken? What do you mean?
Take out this foreign heart. Wash out the sand that seeps out through my eyes. I still sleep with my eyes.
I didn't say it wasn't dance music.
Accuse me of crying.
I just can't imagine you out on the dance floor, Michael. right, there you go. Spandau Ballet Glow from 1981. There you go.
Great song. Now, let's talk a little bit about the Krays and a little background information. If you're an American, you probably won't know who they are, but if you're British, you absolutely know. Everybody knows about the Krays. It's like talking about all those crime families in the US. So they were identical twins, and they were Britain's most notorious gangsters and the most famous criminals from this country, arguably. The Beatles and the Rolling Stones, as Ronnie Kray put it, the Beatles and the Rolling Stones were rulers of pop music, Carnaby Street ruled the fashion world, and me and my brother ruled London. We were fucking untouchable. No gangster came close to having the swagger and sophistication of the Kray Twins. And I think their fame-seeking really is what led to their downfall, their visibility. They did not learn from the American gangsters that they were speaking to when they visited the US. They somehow were able to make it there even with a criminal record and everything, because they had a criminal record like early on. And they were from East London, and there's this sort of cliche and stereotype that that's the working class part of town. And if you're from there, you're either going to end up a villain, a thief, or a fighter. And we all know what the Krays became. They became villains and criminals. So the two brothers, there is that kind of comparison with the Kinks. Chrissy Hynde said that the Kinks, Ray and Dave Davis, were like the Krays of rock and roll. So one of them's a quiet one of them's more outgoing, and Ronnie was the shy one, Reggie was a more outgoing one. And they were poor, life was difficult, but their childhood was mostly happy. And they were athletic, they did some boxing, and they worked all sorts of odd jobs. And Kenny Lynch, the first person to cover a Beatles song, actually went to their little gym like that they had for boxing. So at 16 years old, they had their own gang. Their first run-in with the law was being charged with grievous bodily harm against 3 men when they were 16 years old. They were arrested at 17, charged with assault. And then while in the army, they got in trouble there. They assaulted a police officer. They got sent to the army barracks, and then they escaped. They got court-martialed. Yeah. But eventually they got discharged from the army, and, well, they started buying nightclubs. They started doing all these protection rackets, and that's how they made their money. So really fascinating story behind them. I highly recommend you watch the biopic that has the Kemps starring the Krays. It's really good. It's a biopic from 1990, and that's what led to the breakup of Spandau Ballet. Because, you know, when you're a rock star, you know, being in a movie is quite challenging. You know, you have to change up your whole look, and rock stars are really particular about how they look. So, and it's a lot of commitment. It's a lot of time off the road. And then if not everyone's in the movie, you know, there's a lot of bitterness from the other members.
Division.
So yeah, they broke up after that. So
what year was that again? Remind me.
So when the Krays were doing their crimes, that was all in the 60s.
Okay.
And then the movie came out in 1990.
1990. Okay. Oh, Ken, the film Legend.
Yeah, that
Tom
was
Cruise. That's a great. I love that. With who played the devil? That was oh crap. What's his name? Rocky Horror guy. Oh no, Grant.
No, that's the one starring who was it? Hold on.
It's
Tom
got
Hardy. Yeah, there's another Krays film that stars Tom Hardy as both the Krays.
Okay. Tim Curry. All right, in that movie of Legend with Tom Cruise, and I can't remember the female who was in it. That was Tim Curry. That played the devil. That was all.
Oh wow.
But that film was fantastic. What was the Brian Ferry song that's in that song in that movie? Oh my God, that's a fantastic song. Oh, I love that. Anyway, that was Angie. We just went on a tangent.
All right. So the next song is Chat Number 1, I Don't Need This Pressure On. And this is actually a song that Paul Weller really liked. And when the Jam did some funky songs at the end of their time together as a band, like Precious, that was a huge inspiration for that song. So without further ado, Chat Number 1, I Don't Need This Pressure On. Great song. I love the instrumental mix as well, but we're going to be playing the one with vocals.
Yeah, we're just version. All right, here we go, kids. Enjoy. Here we go. This is fantastic.
Clothes, the stain still glows. Cover your eyes, the
There we go.
Consider stranger appeal, paint me in the home. I'm brushing up on sketchbook, designs for love unreal, paint me in the home. Oil and skin, you'll need to buy it, consider what I mean. She sits beneath the moving pictures, prepare the brush for me. I'm craving with this need.
Oh, Dave.
I'm soaking up the surface, conceiving new idea. Paint me in the home. She's all in love with subject, but all still life is here. Paint me in the home. All the boys with frame dimension, I cover up on loss. He'll take his paint and paint it over. Prepare the brush for me. I'm craving with this need. Break me down, break me down, break me down. Break me down, break me down, break me down.
Michael, I'll write it down. Yeah, all that Heaven 17 stuff's good. There you go, kids. Another track off of Spandau Ballet's Diamond, Paint Me Down. Kathy's.
And now we're going to go on to the title track, if you will. She Loved Like Diamond.
All right. Kathy is a big fan of this music.
Awesome. So glad to hear it.
Michael said, I always thought Spandau was a bit long-winded, I just say. Well, are you talking, I guess it depends upon which era of Spandau, because they did progress. I mean, I think my favorite is the debut, but I don't think that there's really I don't think there's any bad Spandau though. Kathy's weighing in. Madness was a good band from that era too. 100%.
Yeah. Like ska is a huge influence, and I think it's really cool that saxophones and brass were definitely used a lot in music. But even before this, like you had a bit of that in the late 60s, early 70s, like bands like Tower of Power and like Chicago and Blood, Sweat and Tears and that kind of stuff.
So Angie, should we just go ahead and play She Loved Like Diamond?
Go for it.
We're gonna go for it, kids. We're just trying to turn you on to. We haven't played any of that. You know what? I was looking back. And of course, we're doing on Sunday, I'm doing a new wave listening party because that popped up. Someone recommended doing it. And I looked up the last time that I did one, and it would be exactly 1 year from the one that's going to be on Sunday. How weird is that? Talk about timing. All right, here we go, kids. She loved me. She loved like a diamond. All right, here we go.
Along with tragedy, she loved like diamond. She loved like diamond. And got so hard she died. A passion course that leads to pain, and that's the taste that leads to soul again.
Nick's fantastic. Fantastic. Here, let's play the next. Oh, let's play this. We'll just go right into this. You, everyone here, you've had to have heard this track. Come on.
Oh, hell yes. This is in ads all the time here in England. There's this, like,
this reminds me more like ABC kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Holy crap, Bruce. A Kraut Yacht Rock show, yeah.
let them hear I could have sworn. These are my salad days, slowly being eaten away. Just another play for today. Oh, but I'm proud of you, but I'm proud of you. Nothing left to make me feel small. Luck has left me standing so tall. Gold, always believe in your soul. You've got the power to know you're indestructible. Always believing that you are gold. The light that you're bound to return. There's something I could have learned. You're indestructible. Always believing. After the rush has gone, I hope you find a little more time. Remember we were partners in crime. It's only 2 years ago, the man with the suit and the face, who knew that he was there on the case. Now he's in love with you, he's in love with you. My love is like a high prison wall, and you could leave me standing so tall. Always believe in your soul. You've got the power to know you're indestructible. Always believe in, 'cause you are gold. I'm glad that you're bound to return. Something I could have learned. You're indestructible. Always believe in.
Does kind of look like Anne Hathaway. Yeah.
And you could leave me standing so tall. Gold, always believe in your soul. You got the power to know you're indestructible. Always believe in, 'cause you are gold. The light that you're bound to return. There's something I could have learned. You're indestructible. Always believe in. You are gold. Always believe in your soul. You've got the power to know you're indestructible. Always believe in, 'cause you are gold. I'm glad that you're bound to return. Something I could have learned. You're indestructible. Always believe in.
I don't know, but I think that song's fantastic. I've always liked that
Absolute banger.
song. Absolute banger. I'm just curious. Ashley is here, but Ashley, in Australia, was Spandau Ballet always a pretty big act, or was it this album? Like in the United States, this is the album that really brought them to the forefront. But I'm just curious, like anybody else, you know, like in Australia, were they like a big act all the way from the debut album? I'm just curious. I have no idea.
So yeah, I want to talk about before we go on to more songs. I do want to talk a little bit about how the Kemps and the Krays crossed over.
Yes.
So we know that Martin and Gary Kemp played the Krays, and originally that film was going to be produced by Roger Daltrey, but he got out of that deal. Thankfully, he was smart, had the foresight to know that the Krays are going to screw you over at some point, and they would have this kind of scheme going where they would sell the movie rights and then rug pull and screw somebody out of their money. So Roger Daltrey knew how to cover his butt. But anyway, in the end, it was directed by Peter Medak. And anyway, they both met the twin. They actually met. They met like the twins' family. They didn't meet Reggie in prison, but they did meet Ronnie at Broadmoor. So Ronnie was hospitalized in Broadmoor. So there, you're actually not a prisoner, but rather a patient, because it's actually a mental hospital. And where so he was basically a patient there, and they didn't have to wear prison uniforms, so he was actually well dressed in there, and he was wearing a seersucker suit, like sky blue seersucker suit, personalized gold and diamond encrusted cufflinks, and a shirt with his initials embroidered on it. And Martin noticed that he'd gotten so much smaller and thinner in the mental hospital, because you can't exactly have like 5-star meals in the mental hospital. So he definitely looked very different from his heyday. And back in their heyday, they had pictures taken of them by David Bailey. And David Bailey said of that photo session with the Krays that sort of got them caught, because they were seeking fame and clout, and they wanted to be like big shots. They even tried to manage a rock band. Like, we'll just go on a little tangent here, but not too long. They tried to get the Kinks they wanted to manage the Kinks, because they couldn't get the Beatles, they couldn't get the Rolling Stones, but they wanted to manage the Kinks, and they actually like threatened their managers and stuff like that. But thankfully they didn't get managed by the Krays, but they did try to bother Ray and Dave about playing them in the movie, but they didn't have any interest in it, and they kind of regretted that. Dave actually said that in one of his autobiographies. He was like, I regret not playing the Krays, because I think we would have done a better job than Martin and Gary Kemp. That's what he said.
Maybe. But they weren't really. Well, they've started things.
They actually did acting early on, and then they went into music, and then they went back into it. Well, of the two Davis brothers, only Ray did a bit of acting. Dave, not so much. But little acting classes, maybe he would have picked it up. I don't know. But I guess they had more interest in touring, and they knew that was stable, because the Kinks fan base are very, very loyal. But yeah, Martin said that meeting Ronnie was a total experience, but not one that really helped him. And Gary portrayed the twins in the movie. They actually found talking to their family was more useful for the portrayal. Now, there's one famous movie director that really liked this movie, and that is Quentin Tarantino. And he said the aesthetic was a big influence on Reservoir Dogs, which came out in 1992. And in fact, he gave each of the crew a copy of the film and told them that's his vision for the aesthetic. And British gangster films are a huge influence on Quentin Tarantino, as well as like spaghetti westerns, grindhouse, Hong Kong martial arts films, blaxploitation, and many other film genres. So let's move on to the other big hit, which is True.
Okay. Now I know everybody here. You have to know this song. Gold, I could maybe understand. You might not know that, but that was a hit here as well. Of course, it was the edited version. It was the single version. Probably should have played that. But that's all right. I think it's fine. All right.
I always like hearing the extended version.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. True, here we go. Oh, DC, I assumed you loved this.
So true, funny how it seems, always in time, but never in line for dreams. Head over heels, went toe to toe. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound. I want a ticket to the world. but now I've come back again. Why do I find it hard to write the next line? Oh, I want the truth to be said. I know this much is true.
Where's Yvonne? You know this is all. Yvonne probably has multiple copies of this.
I think most people in Europe are sleeping now, though.
Well, I expect Yvonne to be here, damn it.
And a pill on my tongue is over nerve.
And then there's me, who's a night owl.
Just begun listening to Marvin all night.
Yes, Yvonne the Music Man.
This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound always slipping from my hands. Sands a time of its own. Take your seaside arms and write the next line. Oh, I want the truth to be known.
Here we go.
I know this
Uh-oh.
much is true. I know this much is true. I bought a ticket to the world, but now I've come back again. Why do I find it hard to write the next line? Oh, I want the truth to be said. I know this much is true. I know this much is true.
Well, Nelly, I'm going to take that as a win.
Hi, Nelly! Hi, Mom! I know my mom's gonna love this music.
Right. There you go.
I know this much is
Well, I bumped the next stream to 8:30, so we still have more to do. I mean, I'm good with going. It's up to Angie if she wants to
Go for it.
Okay.
We'll just keep playing through more songs.
As long as we can keep talking. We're at 57, but we've talked a lot, so we're probably all right. Yeah, Kathy, don't worry. The circus show, I'll just keep bumping it till we're done. All right, so I didn't even put True up. See, I slack on that. Let's play, God, why doesn't it pop up? They changed the, am I in some mode? I don't know why that's not popping up. All right, well, whatever. We're going to play that came up. It's like it's backed up or something. Play. All right, we're going to play the next track. Next track is Communication. For some reason, the graphic isn't working. I don't know why. I see it. I press the button. But they keep changing the software now, so I'm at the mercy of that. Communication off the same record. Let us know what you think, kids. We're just trying to keep it real in the feel. All right, here we go. There, it worked.
Communication always leaves me incomplete. The grass is green, but it's grown beneath my feet. Love inspiration is a message on a wing, but I have left it in the words you'll never see. Communication let me down, and I'm left here. Communication let me down, and I'm left here. I'm left here Telex tell me, but it's always second hand. I'm incognito, but no rendezvous been planned. Dictate or relay, I could send it to your home. Return to sender, I could sing it down the phone. Communication let me down, and I'm left here. Communication let me down, and I'm left here. I'm left here.
Not much, because I have another project I'm working on.
We'll let this play, and then you can talk about it.
Dictate. Relay. Dictate. Relay. I'm sitting waiting by the telephone,
Nothing wrong with Spandau Ballet, Ken. It's all the stuff. I love all this stuff. This is
music has no sexual orientation. It's for all to enjoy. It's art. It's for all to enjoy.
Exactly. Anyway, Stephen was asking Angie about what's going on with her future writing, at what's happening with her book.
So yeah, the book that I was working on is kind of on hold for right now, but I am breezing through this next book, and it's going to be about one of my favorite rock bands of all time. I'm not going to give away any more details than that. More details will come out later.
All right. Michael, I forgot how thick and varied the percussion was. These tracks have just tons of percussion. Pookie says, "Hey DC, doesn't the singer sound like Lee Rocker?" I don't know. Yeah, Ken, you're fine. Spandau Ballet is fantastic.
They're great. Like, honestly, I don't really believe in guilty pleasures. If it's a good song, it's a good song.
Well, when I was younger, I kind of believed in it. But as I've gotten older, Angie, I don't subscribe to that at all. You like what you like, and if it's good, it's good. It doesn't matter.
Like, who cares about what's cringe? If I like it, I like it.
Because people, it's like the car you drive. You might see, oh my God, my car is blah, 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 whatever year, and it looks horrible. But, no one cares.
I don't even have a car. So, like, if someone has even a crappy car, even if it's like a Lada or something like that, I'm like, shoot, you're doing better than I am.
There you go. Well, there you go. Yes, Ken Golding is gracing us with his presence tonight. West Coast Dave, these kids, they start these kids too young. They should be playing in the backyard and not organized sports yet, but no one listens to me. Well, my kids, we did that when it was fine. It teaches them how to play the game, and it's all good. All right. What was that? Communication. Let's play Lifetime. Let's see. Have we changed albums yet? No, we're on the same album. We are still on the True album from 1983. Let's play Lifeline. Let's see if Ken Golden can adapt and like this as well. So I think he'll be okay. There we go. More Spandau Ballet. All right. This reminds me of the Jackson 5 for some reason. Kinda. Well, Melly, I didn't tell you what I'm driving at the moment.
My dream car is like a 50s Cadillac. That would be my dream.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Owen's against that idea.
Yeah, he's gonna veto that. Dan, how are you? He might.
Drive cars from the 60s. I don't know how you do that because I can't drive manual. I've only ever driven manual.
Yeah, I can drive a stick. That's what I learned on was a stick. I've seen DC's car.
My dad managed when we drove around England.
Well, that's what I learned on. We had a 74 Super Beetle, and that's what I learned on. And then I eventually got the Super Beetle. But we had like a Scirocco. It was a stick. We had an 87 Volkswagen Golf. It was a stick. Most of the stuff that we had were stick. We did have an 84 Pontiac Fiero, but that was a manual. No, it was an automatic. My dad also had like a 74 Corvette, and it was a stick. God, Grant, it was an automatic. Most of the stuff that we had were sticks. The last stick that I owned, we had a 91 Jeep Cherokee Sport that had big aluminum mags on it and big tires, and it was a stick shift. That was fantastic. I really liked it.
Here in the UK, a lot of cars are still stick shift here. Like, my friends all drive stick shift. Owen was learning to drive on a stick shift. I just won't do it. I'm too scared. I get enough anxiety while driving.
Michael
I
says
haven't driven since I was a teenager, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I've spent most of my adult life outside the US, and there's not a car dependency here, but it's still nice to have a car here.
Yeah. Michael says it's rude to ask a car its age. Everyone knows that. Well, I'm driving my son's Honda Civic only for the fact that it's a fantastic car and it just keeps running. I mean, it'll rust away before anything else, but those Civics and those Honda engines just go forever. If I was in Florida, I could keep that car for years. Driving a stick on the streets of San Francisco is a chore. Yeah, definitely. Now it's like car talk now. Tia, I have a 2004 Saturn Ion. Oh my God, I haven't seen it.
That's a really old car, man.
I haven't seen a Saturn in years, Tia.
When I was in Girl Scouts, we took a field trip to a Saturn car dealership for some reason.
Oh, that's great. No whistles or bells, which makes it easy to maintain and repair. I only drive to work. This is my recommendation to you, Tia. As long as that thing works, because, it's become car talk. I've listened to a lot of different podcasts, and, they have so much computer additions to cars now that, if the car company wanted to go or the government wanted to come down and turn your car off or make it non-functional, they could. I'd rather have like a car from the 90s or anything pre 9/11 before they started to go so computer heavy.
To kitchen appliances too, and I hate it. I'm just like, can I just have my dumb appliances, dumb TV,
yes,
dumb everything? It's just easier.
Yep. Welcome to Florida. Yeah. Grant, better your car rust away than you. Well, rust never sleeps, Spooky. Is it better to fade out? Is it better to burn out than fade away? I don't know. My vehicle's all AC. Okay. Ken had a Ford pickup with manual see, I've never driven a manual column shift car, only stick shifts. All right, let's play. Let's see, where are we at? Lifetime? Are we still up? Evidently, they haven't shut us down yet.
We've only got Foundation and through the Barricades. I don't know if we should just do one more and leave it at that.
Well, let's jump records. Let's go to Barricades.
Nice.
Anything you want to say about this track? This is the only track that we have from Through the Barricades. Angie, you want to say anything about it?
That's just another big hit for the band.
There you go, kids. Let's play one more and we'll get out of here. And
Vehicle by Ides of March. Someone mentioned that. I've met Jim Peterick. I met him at my internship.
oh, really?
There was like a whole rock show and they were celebrating kind of Chicago music history and he was there.
I'm missing the chat because I can't see it.
He had purple. He had dyed purple hair, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen him like on some videos and stuff. Yeah, he's all purple and.
He complimented my style because I was wearing a paisley shirt underneath my work shirt. So we had these like T-shirts that said like Cornerstones of Rock on it. I still have my shirt from that.
Oh, he probably loved that. All right, here we go. All right, let's play Through the Barricades, kids. Here we go. This song's really lovely track.
Mother doesn't know where love has gone. She says it must be youth that keeps us feeling strong. I see her in a face that's turned to ice, and when she smiles she shows the lines of sacrifice. And
4 on the floor, 3 on the tree.
what they're saying as our sun begins to fade, and we made our love on wasteland.
This is fantastic.
Through the Father made my history and fought for what he thought would set us somehow free. He taught me what to say in school. I learned it off by heart, but now that's torn in two. And now I know what they're saying in the music of the parade. And we made our love on wasteland.
Ashley, we're limited by time.
Through the barricades.
You'll be all right.
Born on different sides of life, the same and feel all of this strife. So come to me when I'm asleep. We'll cross the lines and dance upon the streets. And now I know what they're saying as the drums begin to fade. And we made our love on land through the barricades. Oh, turn around and I'll be there. Oh, there's a scar right through my heart, but I'll bear it again. Oh, I thought we were the human race,
Megan, I heard from Maisie the other day. She wished me a happy Father's Day. So that was nice. But I'm still here, still alive. Anyway, there you go, kids.
That concludes the show.
We went almost an hour and a half, Angie.
Nice.
I think we're done. Oh, well, when Angie gave me the track listing, I put it together and I'm going, well, it's going to be questionable. We'll see if we can get through it. We almost got through all of it. Anyway, Angie, you have the floor. Let's talk about your book.
So yeah, the story about Spandau Ballet and the Kray Twins is just one of over 20 true stories about classic rock and true crime and how these two subjects have collided. So I cover a lot of ground in this book in classic rock history. I have stories dating to as early as the 50s to stuff as late as the 80s. So the later music stories I have are Spandau Ballet and Devo. So that represents the 80s there. So yeah, it's just a great book. I've gotten such great reception on it. And yeah, you can buy a copy exclusively through my website. I have ebooks and you can pay what you can. So if you donate any amount of money to me, I'm happy to send you the ebook because I know that people are struggling with money and I don't want anyone to be deprived of reading Crime of the Century. So yeah, that's just my little gift to you. So if you donate anything to me, you can get an ebook. And if you want to buy the book and have it signed by me, you can also have it signed by my cat Bowie as well. That's also available on my website. And that is £14 for the book plus shipping. And it depends on your location.
All right, there you go. Another episode of Crime of the Century, classic rock and true crime. We'll be doing this another episode here in the end of July. And what's our next episode, Angie?
So the next one is actually a medley of Kray Twins stories. So we have a bunch of other Kray Twins stories. So it's a kind of a potpourri. We got Cliff Richard, the Tornadoes, Roger Daltrey, and Frank Sinatra. What a mix. And there's more stories than that. Like, I was reading John Richardson of the Rubettes book, and there's even kind of an encounter with some Kray associates in that book.
All right. Well, we'll get a date for that.
Ask him about when I interview him, because that is going to be such an interesting story.
Also, just to let everybody know that we, Ashley, Angie, and I just did an interview with June Middleton of Fanny.
Millington.
Yeah. And
dream come true.
Dream
I've been
come
talking
true.
About her music for years on my blog, and yeah, I absolutely adore Fanny. So like, they're very underappreciated, and yeah, definitely listen to their music if you haven't already. It is amazing. Their cover of Hey Bulldog is better than the Beatles.
That's the rumor.
I've ever heard in my life. I've never heard a better Beatles cover than that.
All right. So that's down below, and then a couple. Let's see, not this week. I guess it'd be a week.
Easy Beats.
What's that? Yeah, the Easy Beats for the Warehaus acid test. So Angie will be back again Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern time, and we will be doing the Easy Beats. So tune into that. Angie, you going to be on any other shows anywhere? Anything else where we can catch you? Anything else coming on?
Soon, but yeah, just going to be a lot of writing. So that's just my life.
All right, kids. Of course, there's probably a lot of in the chat. Anyway. Megan, nice to see you. I miss you. I wish we were around. All right. Thank you, Megan. We'll see it. All right, everybody. Keep it clean. Wrap the rascal and buckle up. We will see you on the next one. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. We have a Patreon. We also have a Ko-fi. I will be back here shortly in 5 minutes. We will be doing a Warehaus Vinyl Vault show on the band Circus. All right. We'll see you, kids. Have a good one. Have a good evening if you can't come back. If not, all right. It's all good. All right, Angie, we'll see you. Thank you.
English disc jockeys have been aware of the move for years. Anduya, their most recent single, introduced American disc jockeys once again to the vibrant, pulsating rhythms, which is true English rock and roll. The Move have a new single called Tonight, which promises to leave the Move's biggest mark yet on the ears of America. You can hear both Tonight and Do Ya, plus 10 more equally marvelous move songs on Split Ends, their latest album available now on United Artists Records and Tapes.